Guys, here's the next possible reason you may be denied a visa. It is if you cannot prove home country ties. And I want to share a fact which I have shared with you on another clip. So before you go to the embassy, please know that every consular is trained to assume that every person that comes to the embassy window asking for a visa has the intention to immigrate to the United States permanently. They are trained to assume that you have no plans to come back to your home country. So it's up to you to prove to them otherwise, right? So they want to know that you have family ties, that you have a job, that you have a house, that you have a bank account, that you have a business, things that will bind you to your home country, either social or family relationships. And guys, for most of you young students, you won't have most of these things except your first family. So you probably don't have a land title deed to show. You don't have children or wife. So what are you going to provide? How are you going to prove social ties? I recommend I recommend that you talk about your plans to come back after you graduate. And here is the thing, it is not likely that they are going to directly ask you, please tell us your social ties. No, no, they won't. But in their questioning, they'll be listening. They'll be listening to your answers about your future plans. So if I were you, I would look for opportunities in your answers to talk about your future work plans in your home country. For example, if they ask you, why this course? You can say, you know what? I've always wanted to see mothers deliver their babies safely. In my community, there are only two midwives that serve a population of about maybe 10,000 people. My course at the University of California will be a blessing to my community because when I come back after I graduate, I want to be a midwife in my community. Going to nursing school is a good start to those dreams to come true. And then they might ask you then, why can't you do it here at a local university? What are you going to say to that? Actually, guys, this is a question that I was asked by the embassy. Why not a local university? To that, you can say, and I can think of several answers, but let me share one. To that, you can say, you know what? And you can use this. Feel free to use this. You can say employment in my country is very competitive. Isn't that true? It is very true, and even they know it. So going to the University of California will give me a competitive edge over someone who trained at a local university. Or you know what? You can do research and talk about the university. So you can say University of California, they own UCLA Medical Center, and it is ranked number 3 of the best hospitals in the US. That's where our nursing clinicals will be held, and I'll feel very lucky to train there, right? So you don't relax after you get your I-20. Acceptance to a college is one thing. You have to invest your time to prepare for these embassy interviews. And I suggest you do like a thorough work, do homework about your school and the community around it. Talk about it like you know it very, very well. Tie to your dreams to come back to your home country so that you can prove to the consular your intentions. They don't know you and they don't know your intentions. So talk to them and tell them. Don't just go there and say, okay, if they ask you why this college, say, oh, because of class size. Guess what? Local schools like Tenwek Hospital Nursing School, they have a class size of 10 students. I don't know, I'm doing a case, so guess what? So why not go there? Right? I'm just saying, don't give generic answers. You got to do something here to prove you have something to prove. Coming to America is going to depend on your preparation, telling your story as authentic as possible. So prepare ahead of time, do research over and over, and tell it to your brother, tell it to your sister, tell it to your friend. Don't memorize, just know the storyline, your storyline, and know the interesting facts about your school, and know statistics about your career. Does it make sense, guys? Does it make sense? You're going to have a conversation. You're going to have a conversation and you're going to tell your story. And I'll give you another example if they ask you why this course. If you're taking culinary arts, for instance, they ask you why this course. You can answer by saying, you know what, I've always wanted to be a chef. My mother owns a little restaurant in Nakuru town. And when I complete my degree, I intend to bring my skills to my family business, to our family business. My mother said she'd pass the business to me, and I intend to do the same to the generations to come. You are proving intent to come back to the country. You're providing genuine intent to go to the U.S. school, and you are you're providing family ties to your home country. Remember, they are not asking you directly, show us your social or family ties, but they are listening to your answers to see if there is a connection. So you got to be looking for opportunities to volunteer that information. So be prepared, be deliberate, and imply directly that you have plans to come back to your home country. It's up to you, actually. Remember, they can give unlimited student visas. So, actually, it's up to you. If they don't give you a visa, just know you did not do your work. So, I'll give you another tip in my next clip.